Animal control, how can I help you?
Of the building completely collapsed.
You are looking at live pictures right now.
Rescue dog on the scene right now.
Good morning. On behalf of the entire Search Dog Foundation, it is a pleasure to welcome you to our July 2025 Search Team Pairing Ceremony. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rhett Mock, and I have the honor of serving as the CEO of SDF. Before we get going today with the celebration, I want to take a moment and I want to recognize and acknowledge all the people that have been affected by the devastating flooding in Texas and New Mexico over the last few weeks. As of this morning, over 130 lives have been lost and countless more will never be the same again. And so I want to say our hearts and our thoughts are with the communities that are rebuilding, the families that are grieving, and the rescuers who are still on the ground searching. And to those rescuers, both the humans and the canines, we thank you and we are grateful for your courage. You are the reason that hope survives in the most challenging times. And why we don't get to know when the next disaster will strike or where, we can prepare. And that brings us to today, welcoming the next generation of search teams that will stand at the ready to respond when they're needed most. Of course, days like today don't happen without an incredible village of people coming together and doing their part to make this mission possible. And so I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the SDF Board of Directors, our founder, Wilma Melville, our incredible rescue and recruitment. Of course, days like today don't happen without an incredible village of people coming together and doing their part to make this mission possible. And so I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the SDF Board of Directors, our founder, Wilma Melville, our incredible rescue and recruitment partners, our exceptional transportation partners. Without them, we don't get the privilege of working with these amazing dogs. So thank you. I want to thank our dedicated volunteers and the unstoppable staff of the Search Dog Foundation that continue to inspire me every single day. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you. I want to thank our incredibly generous supporters who make this mission possible by investing in the work we do. I want to thank the leadership at Oklahoma Task Force 1, and most importantly, I want to thank the families of the handlers that we're celebrating today. And to those handlers, Nathan, Keaton, Austin, and Brock, we say to you, thank you for your dedication to your canine partners, and for the journey that lies ahead, for the journey of continued learning. Learning from your teammates, learning from the Search Dog Foundation, and most importantly, learning from your dogs. And if we know one thing by working with dogs, you learn a lot from them because they are usually the smartest one in the room. I want you handlers to know that everybody that I just thanked is with you and behind you, cheering you on, supporting your mission, and believing at our very core the profound power of dogs and people working together. As you advance in your careers, the bonds you form with your canines will change lives, starting with your own and ripple out to communities when they need you most. And so I also recognize that I am the only thing that stands before the dogs and the handlers in celebrating, so I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm pleased to introduce my colleague, SDF's Senior Director of Communications and Search Team Operations, Denise Sanders.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm going to echo a little bit of what Rhett said in that all of you are a humongous part of this as well, because we definitely cannot do it without you. Each and every one of you, from our staff in the back, if we can turn around and give them a round of applause. Many of them are right back here. And that's everyone from our administrative teams to our canine operations team that have worked so hard to get these dogs and now these handlers to where they are today. It truly takes a village, as Rhett said, and the training that goes into these dogs now allows them to take that next step to certification, which will be the next step before potential deployment. It can take up to a year. It's a lot of day in and day out training, building that bond with their dog, and making sure that their skills are in place. So let's take a look back. If you want to watch the TV over here, you'll get to see a little bit of the training that has gone into where we stand today.
Hi, I'm Mandy Tisdale. I'm the Director of Canine Behavior and Training at the Search Dog Foundation. We are here at the National Training Center. It's the midpoint assessment, and our handler candidates are getting to know the dogs in the program in preparation for being partnered. They're learning all about canine disaster search. It's going to be fun.
Get it. Oh, right in the head. That was amazing. What a toss. What a toss, big boy. Good job, you.
We are in the fence agility yard, and we are going to do some collaborative toy play with the handlers and their dogs. So we introduce the dogs to the handlers using toy play and start to build a relationship that way.
We're at the barrel field right now, and the purpose of these props is to get the dogs motivated on human scent and toy drive. They start dogs real young, getting that toy drive, getting that bark on that barrel. They get a toy after they bark so many times, just big party.
So we are at the direction control field. So it's set up like a baseball field. We got different bases out with a pitcher's mound in the middle. And what that allows us to do is to be able to have a way to communicate with the dog when they're searching on Rebel, to get them to move in whatever direction we need them to go. So if we need them to search a certain area or we need to call them back to us, we have a common communication system with them where they know exactly what we're asking for.
That boy. That boy. Oh, no. Get it.
We're currently at the top rubble pile here. Basically what we're looking for is getting victims in the holes. Once we let those dogs out, we just want those dogs to be working scent the entire time. Rubble's a good spot because they're having to work around a bunch of different stuff. So it's really neat to get to watch these dogs work that scent and funnel back into where they need to be.
Get it!
There you go. Atta girl. Atta girl.
Free!
Today we're going over cooperative care. The dog has a choice to be able to back out if we're pushing them too hard. We're learning how to take care of our dogs with their nails, hair, bathing, and how to put on their equipment like their muzzle, their booties, and their goggles.
Are you smelling anything, dog?
The wall right behind you.
You're doing great, Austin.
It's right here somewhere. Bark, 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 bark. Hold it close. Hold it.
Now that we've seen a little bit of what goes into the training of these teams, let's go ahead and meet our new graduates and learn a little bit more about their stories.
So I would like to bring out SDF's training director, Mandy Tisdale, to tell us a little bit more about how we shape these dogs and humans. As you can tell, they love every minute of it. No one is being forced to do this work. It is meant to be fun, even though their purpose and their mission is a very serious one. So Mandy?
Good morning, everybody. How you all doing? Good? Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday morning. We really appreciate you all being here to support these new teams that we're going to be introducing in a minute. I first would just kind of like to talk about, that video is amazing. Thank you, Dane, for putting that together. It's a keepsake for sure. The handlers in those videos, they made it look easy, don't you think? Right? Yeah. It wasn't easy to get to that point to where they're at now. It's been 6 months of really incredible, intensive training. And they didn't start out looking like that. They started out like, hey, let's learn how to play with a dog. You think you know how to play with a dog. You don't. We're going to teach you how to do it properly. And so from there, we built skill and education into the handlers. And these are the ones that you'll see today. The dogs is actually the Labrador Brigade. There's one of each color that's going to be coming out here today, which is kind of fun. And the dogs really do pick their handlers. Those that have been to graduations before know that I say this almost every single time, but you'll see as they come out, the dogs are truly an extension of the handler themselves, and it's really kind of, it's a powerful thing to kind of see these relationships develop. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our first handler, Nathan Johnson, and his new partner, Dino, with Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. Dino was donated to SDF by Robin Grubel of Dog Day Acres Labrador Retrievers as a puppy. So he had the benefit of plenty of socialization and exposure to all of the fun search games from an early age. Of course, being an adorable puppy, he quickly became a favorite around campus, and his sweet face and cute little swagger. He still has that. Polite by nature, trainers began working with Dino to encourage him to be pushy and bark for what he wants. Since he couldn't be medically screened until he turned a year old, he had already learned the skills that put him into our sophomore class of search dogs before he was officially accepted into our USAR program. Once he passed medical, though, it was off for the races for Dino Might, as he is affectionately known. And I think Nate has a couple other nicknames for this little guy at this point. He may or may not share with us. We'll find out. Working with Dino, again, we got him as a puppy, so we were able to kind of see him develop. We don't have that opportunity with most of our dogs. So we saw this little young man develop into the adolescent dog that he is today. And when we were looking for his perfect match, we wanted somebody that would honor Dino for who he is, obviously, for every dog, but one that was patient as he's still a young pup. Those that have had a dog that is, under 2 years old, you know what I'm talking about. So Dino has some maturing to do, but as he picked up his skills, he really showcased what kind of work he wanted to do, and it was most certainly to be a search dog. When Nate came onto the scene for us, Nate was very curious. He strikes me as a very thoughtful yet analytical person. He wants to do things right. He wants to do right by the dog, and every dog that he worked with, he did that. When Dino and Nate, obviously, I'm just going to say, when they met eyes, like you can see it right here. It was love at first sight, I think. And Nate's worked really hard with Dino. He's had the opportunity to take him home for the last month or so, right? Something like that. And I will tell you that this team has the progress they've made together as a team is actually really incredible. From their last visit to this one, the skills that these two have developed together it's just skyrocketed. And so we're really thrilled about this particular, all of them obviously, but this particular group. And we're looking forward to everything that you guys are going to accomplish in your career. So with that, Nate, I would love for you to share a few words.
All right. I'm going to move this. Is that okay? All right. All right. Good morning. I am honored to be here today. This is a big milestone in what's been a 10-year process for me since I got on the fire department. I'm from Oklahoma City. As a rookie, they take us to the memorial there. And so I remember walking down through the memorial being overwhelmed. I was 5 years old when that happened. So have some memories, but not a lot. But going to see the bombing memorial, going into the career of the fire service, getting to see more in depth of everything that they did there. There's a part of the memorial that is dedicated to the search dogs that were there. And that was incredibly impactful to me. Looking at that, I knew where I wanted to go with my career. I had no idea what the fire service would hold for me, but that pushed me in the direction of search and rescue. I knew that I wanted to be a canine handler. I wanted to be on our task force. And so, yeah, I started. And it took me 10 years to get to the point where I got to be on the task force and got to be a part of the canine team. And it's just a huge journey. It's been awesome. So I want to thank the Oklahoma City Fire Department and my task force for all their support and training that they've given me and us since we've been home. All the teaching and learning that we've done has been incredible. I also want to thank everyone here at SDF. It's not just the trainers, but the people who got them here, like they mentioned earlier, through the transport, the people who are cleaning the kennels, the vet techs, all of the cooperative care people. I was amazed at how many people work here. And I can almost guarantee that every single person has played a role in Dino's life since he's been here, which is incredible to have such a great partner and buddy. And so, yeah, thank you for everything that every one of you has done. It's awesome. Most importantly, I want to thank my wife, Carolyn. She has been incredibly loving and supportive. She's been my sounding board when this has been a rough journey and when I've questioned what I've gotten myself into. And we would not be here without her. So she calls him Beans because he kind of looks like a beans. So Deanie Beanie, we're Beans. But yeah, he has fit in with our family incredibly. I could not ask for a better partner. And I am very, very excited for the next step. I can tell you, I can speak for both of us that we are ready to get to work. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Nate and Dino. All right. I'm going to fix this because I'm not as tall. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Katon Rogers and his new partner, Bubba, with Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. Bubba was raised by Red Rooster retrievers in South Dakota who hoped to train him as a competitive hunting dog. But although Bubba loves to hunt, loves people, and loves life, he didn't love hunting for birds. SDF canine recruiters Kelly and Tim Matthews met and evaluated Bubba and shared that he is an awesome dog whose mind is even faster than his body. Bubba is sponsored by his anonymous sponsor, Cheerleaders. So Bubba, hi Bubs, cute boy. Bubba he's matured a lot, I'll tell you that. This dog, when we first had him enter, he's a love bug, first of all. He likes affection. When he first entered our program, oh my gosh, he was high octane, which is what we look for in a search dog, right? High toy drive, high octane, want to do all the things. But this dog, his motto is, life is crazy, life is fun, I want to do all the things. Like wherever we are is the best place in the world. That's Bubba. And He's very vocal. When you guys see him on his rubble demo a little bit later this morning, you'll see how intense his barking is. We had to channel that barking into the work that he does, because I will tell you, and the training team behind me now knows this, we would launch him initially when he was first learning to go search, and he was so excited and so aroused by the game, we would release him, he would turn around, he would jump like 4 times in your face, barking, and then be like, I'm off, I'm gonna go find the person now. We've tampered that down, he's matured, so now he goes straight out to get his job done. He's a force to be reckoned with, but he's also that sweet, he has a really, really sweet side. He likes his belly rubs, that's one of his all-time favorites. Now to Katon. So Katon, I remember a moment when you first handled Bubba, and I don't know if you remember this, but I'm gonna jog your memory. It was actually your first visit. So Katon has been, he'll talk about it, but been wanting to do this a very long time. And it was the first time that you got to run Bubba on a rubble search. And it was actually his first time running a dog here on a rubble search. And I told him, okay, hold on, you got Bubba, good luck with that kind of thing. So he released him, the dog did great, Katon did great. And after he was done with his search, Katon came over to me, and it was like a moment that is seared in my brain. You said to me, I've run other dogs, like other teammates' dogs, to get the experience and all of that. And he said to me, this is paraphrasing, but something to the effect of, that was so amazing what I just did, because it's different, because one of these dogs is gonna hopefully end up to be my partner. And the genuine love for what had just experienced was really powerful to me, obviously to you as well. And Katon worked throughout the process with a couple different dogs, but Bubba picked him very early on. And you're a natural, Katon, with the dogs. Like every dog that you handled, you could have been partnered with, honestly. And but Bubba was yours, and you guys have really flourished, and we're really excited about all the things you're going to accomplish. So with that, we'd love for you to say a few words.
All right, good morning. I don't talk in front of people, so this is different for sure. I just want to say thank you to everybody here at SDF. It's been, that's not for you.
Let's take that. Let's take that. Hands get down.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so he'll eat everything. He does not care what it is. He'll eat it. But yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to all the people here at SDF, staff, and everybody. It's pretty incredible what this place does. It's really awesome to get to watch the process. We work a bunch of the freshman dogs, and then we get to watch them work. And just the difference, from when they first get here to when they leave is pretty incredible. I also want to say thank you to Wilma. You kind of paved the way here, and I really appreciate it. I also would like to thank my wife. Could not do it without her. She is top notch. I have more here, but I'm just gonna stop there. I also want to give a big thank you to my task force. They've been awesome, as well as the Oklahoma City Fire Department. Just opportunity to grow and train and come out here and experience this has been pretty incredible. And also to the sponsors and donors, thank you. This wouldn't happen without y'all, so really appreciate it. But that's all I've got, or I'm gonna cry. So I'm gonna walk off now. Thank you.
Thank you, Katon and Bubba. Everything's a toy to these dogs, so that's, yeah. All right, next I would love to introduce you to Austin Addington and his new partner, Rehea, with Tulsa Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. Rehea was raised since she was a puppy by a single mom in Utah. When Rehea's owner started a private child daycare business, it did not take long for her to realize that balancing a small business, her kids, and Rehea's high energy was too challenging. In Rehea's best interest, her owner placed her for adoption in a local paper, hoping to find a good match that could provide Rehea with all the love and attention she deserves. Utah-based canine recruiter Trevor Lawrence noticed the ad and reached out. Trevor said he knew he had found a strong SDF prospect after engaging in a quick fetch game with Rehea. Rehea hopped on the four-legged kids bus and arrived at the NTC ready to meet her new people. Rehea has been such an incredible dog to watch develop and grow into who she is today. She is a force to be reckoned with. She was meant for this job. I feel for her previous owner that was dealing with that kind of energy at home, because you got to channel that into something. Yeah. Through the training program, Rehea was just a very solid, steady, committed, fast learner. We really enjoy working with her. She slightly independent, which is what we expect with a lot of our search dogs. But out of the group, I would say the more independent one out of this group of 4. And then walked in Austin. These two connected right away. As you can see, they're very bonded at this point. Austin, it was really fun to kind of watch you work with the dogs. Austin is through the process, has been very professional, kind of a little on the quieter side, I would say. And I remember one moment when, this might have been visit 2 when you were working with her. And one of the trainers said something to the effect, like, Rehea likes to spin. And what that means, like, for those in the crowd, the audience, is that we use a lot of movement to help motivate dogs and their reward sequence. We call it reward events. So we'll have them chase food, we'll have them chase toys. It kicks them into high drive and high motivation. And somebody said, oh yeah, Rehea likes to spin. It was a very casual statement, just in passing. I think we were in the covered training arena, actually. And the very next day, this was during your MPA because you had her overnight. The very next day, we were working on the direction control field, and Austin came out with Rehea, and they were going to do a direction and control pattern, and he did the pattern beautifully. Both of them were like, "Oh, it's amazing, good job." And he came back with her toy, and without saying a word to us, first of all, I would have thought like a handler to be like, "Hey, guess what I taught Rehea? Let me show you what she can do." He didn't. He just proceeded with his reward sequence, and he had her doing all these like crazy spins that we had not taught her, but like amazing connection. And all of us watching that were like, "Holy moly! Like, I can't believe that you taught her all that so quickly." Like, just really smart, and it just speaks to how committed Austin is to Rehea. And they really look like a solid, like, looks like you guys have been paired and working together forever. Like, you look like a seasoned team. And to see this little girl connect with you the way that she has is really incredible. And you guys are gonna do some really great things out there. We're looking forward to supporting you through all that. And with that, would love to offer you to say a few words. Thanks, Austin.
Good morning, everyone. First, I'd like to thank my wife and my family for their love and patience and support through this entire process. It has meant everything to me. And then to Tulsa and OKC Department and TF1 for allowing us to come out here and train and prepare for these national disasters that are happening every day now. And just for believing in us and these canines and how we're able to help our city, our state, and our nation through a time of crisis. So that continued support is invaluable. To the training staff, volunteers, and all the people that work behind the scenes, your work and dedication goes unnoticed a lot of the time, but you are the backbone of what happens here at SDF. None of this would ever be possible without any of you and the dedication to the mission. To all the supporters, donors, and friends of SDF, thank you for providing a facility for us to train at and continue to train at, and providing a way for this program to continue pairing dogs and handlers across this nation. Most importantly, I'd like to thank God for providing an opportunity that He laid before me. First getting on at Tulsa Fire Department, and then getting on at TF1 just 2 months before Helene hit. I got to travel with our K9 coordinator to Florida the entire time I was in Helene. And he actually led me to become a K9 handler through that experience. And all the countless prayers that he answered for patience and discipline. Just always remember, God always hears what you need, and He knows what you need before you ask. Sometimes it could be an opportunity to act on those things that you prayed for, And then sometimes he'll give you a sweet, sassy, four-legged ball of joy to teach you every day. So thank you again, and God bless.
Thanks, Austin and Rhea. Funny dog. All right, last but not least, I'd like to introduce you to Brock Bybee and his new partner Cam with Tulsa Fire Department and Oklahoma Task Force 1. When Cam's owner fell ill, they made the difficult decision to find Cam a new home. Unwilling to surrender Cam to an animal shelter, his owner sought help from the Delaware Valley Golden Retriever Rescue. The rescue accepted Cam into their care, and upon completing his assessment, noticed that under the preferred toys, they had checked every box next to every kind of toy on the list. Not surprising. They decided this busy boy would definitely benefit from having a job. Luckily, the rescue was one of SDF's recruitment partners, so they were familiar with our evaluation process and quickly went to work shooting videos of Cam, which earned him a trip to our campus. Cam is sponsored by Jill B. and Lauren Glasser and Alice and David Lewin. Isn't he a pretty dog? I'm going to date myself right now, but maybe some of you in the audience know The Never-Ending Story. Does anybody know that movie? Doesn't he look like the dragon just a little bit? Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yes, I do. I'm famous. Yeah, he's a pretty dog. Cam has been a lot of fun. This guy is a clown. I mean, he does not take himself too seriously. Like, he is a good time in life, just like Brock, obviously. We paired them together for a reason. Cam has been just a lot of fun to work with. He's very smart. He's a little mischievous, and you may, if you were around when trainers were working with him, heard them say, "Cam, you're naughty," like all the time. Like, he's naughty. That's why he's a search dog. That's why he's here. This guy flies across the rubble. The rubble is his playground. I can't imagine him also in a pet home because, again, that kind of energy and that kind of boisterousness is very challenging in a pet home. So we're really grateful that he landed here. He is a fan favorite with the staff. He's a cutie pie, but again, a mischievous little naughty boy. So when we were looking for his partner, we wanted to find somebody that that wasn't going to take themselves too seriously, although seriously enough to work a dog like this, right? Brock had handled a number of dogs in the program, some very, very serious, like intense dogs, and then also some of the more relaxed kind of dogs in our program. And as you can see, it's like a love match right here. Yeah. They started working together, and it was really fun to see Cam start to really connect with Brock. Cam has a little bit of an independent streak as well, and throughout his training, we had to work really hard to be like, okay, come back and play with us. We're fun too. It's not just about everything else. And one of the first times that Brock handled Cam on search and was bringing him off the rubble pile off leash, Cam went straight back to him. And the trainers, we all like locked eyes, like, oh, okay, well, there you go. Like, dog tells us who they want to be with. That's great. Brock and Cam have worked really hard to get to this point. They've made a strong connection, and I think Cam pushes Brock a little bit out of his comfort zone, which is really great. We love to see that happen. It helps both human and dog grow, and I think you guys are an incredible team. We're really excited about all your future endeavors and what you guys are going to accomplish together. And yeah, with that, I would love for you to say a few words, Brock.
Well, good morning. I'd like to start by thanking Tulsa Fire Department, OKTF1, my wife and family, as well as my crew at Station 29 on Sea Platoon, best crew in the city. This has been an amazing journey. Never thought I'd do it. I work with our canine coordinator, and he pushed me to do it, and so I'm here today. Cam is a great dog, incredible at search. Throws a lot of problems at you. I call him a psychopath, but we match pretty well. Yeah. He's a great dog, and I'd like to say, thank SDF. This place is amazing. Everybody who works here is amazing. It's really opened my eyes to the possibilities of not just responding on a fire truck, but everything after that. So thank you all for being here.
I promise they'll be back. That's usually the first thing I always try to say. Now that they've been officially partnered, these teams will receive follow-up training and support from our staff here as they work towards the next major goal, which is to achieve certification, which, as I mentioned before, will allow them to deploy anywhere in the nation and within their communities the next time disaster strikes. So, without further ado, I'd like to bring them back up, and I'm proud to introduce officially for the first time America's newest canine disaster search teams, Nathan Johnson and Dino, Keaton Rogers and Bubba, Austin Addington and Rehea, and Brock Bybee and Cam. And on behalf of SDF, as they line up here, I'd like to thank Oklahoma Task Force 1, Oklahoma City Fire Department, and Tulsa Fire Department for your support of these new search teams as well. Unfortunately, their leadership could not be here today because they are actually deployed in Texas at the moment, so they're a little busy, but we know that they're thinking of you. I received a few text messages this morning, and everyone sends their congratulations as well to all of you. So thank you to our partnerships with them as we continue on this journey to provide this service to the nation. Together, we will continue to strengthen disaster response in America and beyond through our collective efforts, you included, buddy. So thank you to all of you that are watching at home as well, and all of you that are here today. It truly takes all of us, staff, volunteers, board members, everyone that is here to make this possible as they go on to the next step of their journey. I warned you all yesterday that I would tell you again, this is just the next step to what will be probably an even more challenging part of your journey as you work towards certification and deployment. Enjoy it. It is worth the ride, and it is worth every moment of it. So congratulations one more time. Let's give one more round of applause. Officially, our new canine disaster search teams.
Good job, baby.
Fairly solid strategy. That worked out pretty well for her. And she actually, no matter how